Welcome. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so very, very much. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Drake, and this is Touching the Edge, and this is our coffee date. We're having a coffee date on a regular basis for the next 6 weeks or so. And I just want to thank you so much for bringing yourself to this, for bringing your presence to this space. The great teacher Gurdjieff said that our purpose in life was to learn how to not be robots, how to not just be on automatic pilot, how not to be enslaved by our perceptions and our emotions, finding a way to truly, truly be present. And so I want to just check in with you, and how's your relationship to your presence these days? How are you finding your ability to really get into the present moment? What are you doing? How are you staying hopeful? How are you finding ways to get out of that negative thought loop that so many of us find us in? So I really want to encourage you to really recognize that you have tools, and those tools are breathing techniques, asking yourself positive questions, doing techniques to get you into your body and out of your head, and reframing your sense of reality so you feel like you're winning, reframing your sense of reality so you know the difference between emotions and what's actually happening in the world. We want to remember that what's happening in the world and what's going on with our emotions are not one and the same thing. What's going on in the world is unbelievably challenging. We all need to face it, and we need to become more present in the world and support the world in becoming a more healed and cohesive place. And yet at the same time, in my perception, we also understand that a big part of our challenge is not the world, but our own relationship with our emotions, how we are relating to the way we feel. We want to remember the difference between primary and secondary emotions. I know I talk about this a lot, but it's one of the great things about being a middle-aged man. You talk about the same stuff regularly. The difference between primary and secondary emotions. Primary emotion is being angry with what's going on in the world. Secondary emotion is being angry that you are angry about what's going on in the world. When you have that anger that is angry about being angry, it begins to bounce off of it and begins to build into rage. When you have anxiety and you become anxious about having anxiety, your anxiety begins to build and you have a panic attack. So if you can interrupt the secondary emotion, you can be at peace with the primary one. Just because you feel anxiety does not mean that you can't be at peace. You just have to end up becoming bigger than the anxiety, and the anxiety is happening in your sphere rather than being your sphere. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. Please come back on a regular basis. Let's come back to the coffee shop together. I'm going to ring the bell. I'm going to ask you to listen carefully. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you soon. Namaste, my friend.